My dear, let's talk about a monumental breakthrough that heaven itself has prepared specifically for your life, because your guarding angel is standing right beside you at this exact second, refusing to let you scroll past or ignore the miracle you have cried, prayed, and begged for in the quietest hours of the night. You have felt an unbelievable amount of pressure lately. You have experienced spiritual attacks, and you have endured heavy, sleepless nights, but all of that happened precisely because the promise is closer than it has ever been. And what is about to be released into your hands will shift every single detail of your reality. Your waiting has never been in vain, and the pain, confusion, and heartaches you endured were never a punishment from above, but rather a sacred preparation designed to shape your spirit and shield you from unseen forces that were trying to destroy your future before you even had the chance to step into it. Like the ancient Israelites who found themselves trapped standing before the roaring waves of the Red Sea with nowhere left to turn, you might feel completely trapped and surrounded by impossible circumstances right now, but a divine path is actively being carved straight through the dark waters by a God who defends you, provides for you, and heals every broken piece of your heart. You are not listening to these words by some random accident or coincidence. And even if you feel completely shattered, exhausted, or convinced that you have made far too many mistakes to ever be blessed, grace is infinitely bigger than your past, and the promise spoken over your life is totally unshakable. You have experienced so many closed doors, sudden losses, and painful divine pauses recently, but those doors were shut tightly because what is waiting for you behind the next entrance is so much grander, brighter, and more fulfilling than anything you could have built on your own. Though your soul is tired and your physical body feels drained, you are sitting so much closer to your ultimate breakthrough than your human mind can comprehend right now. Think about how a tiny seed operates in the dark soil. It does not break through the surface of the ground the exact moment it is planted, but beneath the dark dirt where nobody can see, it is actively growing, stretching its roots and preparing to burst into the light. The desperate prayers you whispered in the dark while wiping away silent tears have planted powerful seeds in the heavenly realms, and those seeds are finally receiving the rain, the nutrients, and the divine light necessary to bring forth a massive harvest. The heavy delay that has dragged on your spirit is breaking today. The lingering darkness is lifting from your mind, and your guardian angel is actively standing guard to make sure you do not miss out on the incredible alignment of blessings waiting just ahead. Before you move any further into this message, take one quick, simple step of faith and like this video right now as a powerful sign of your internal agreement that you are fully ready to receive the bountiful harvest prepared for you. What if everything you were ever taught about acquiring wealth, money, and financial peace turned out to be a complete misunderstanding, and a simple 9-word script verified by elite researchers at Harvard and 6 major neuroscience labs could help you effortlessly attract unexpected bank deposits, completely clear out overwhelming debts, and upgrade every aspect of your life in less than 30 seconds a day? Ordinary people are using this hidden method right from their living room couches and reporting miraculous financial turnarounds out of nowhere. However, this secret will not remain available online for much longer due to constant pressure to remove it, so click the link in the description and comments right now to gain full access to it before it gets permanently deleted from the internet forever. A specific miracle has been assigned to your exact name, and it is no longer being held back in the realm of the unseen because your angel has been dispatched not merely to watch over you, but to wage war in the spiritual realm against the invisible battles you have been fighting in complete silence. You do not need to stress yourself out trying to figure out every single detail of how your situation is going to work out, because solving the puzzle is not your heavy burden to carry. Your only job right now is to let go of the steering wheel and put your trust in the invisible, sovereign movements of a loving Father who has never once abandoned you, even when you felt entirely alone in the wilderness. You have let fear, anxiety, and past disappointments speak so much louder than your faith far too many times in the past. But you were never created to live in a constant state of fear, and your angel has held this delicate, life-changing miracle close to their chest until your heart was truly ready to receive it without throwing it away. You might be sitting there questioning your self-worth, wondering if heaven could really still choose someone like you after all the mistakes you have made, the times you doubted, or the moments you fell short. But divine love does not measure your worth based on your past failures or human flaws. You were created for eternal glory rather than basic daily survival, and there are monumental blessings waiting for you that simply require your willingness to step forward in faith. The deep internal shift you have been sensing within your spirit over the past few weeks is entirely real. It is not a figment of your imagination. Your name is currently being spoken with respect in high-level rooms you have not even stepped foot into yet. Key decisions are being shifted behind closed doors in your favor, and divine resources are being released right now to bring you into an explosive moment where your whole life changes all at once. There were moments when you felt utterly forgotten by the universe, but every single tear you ever dropped was collected, every trial was logged, and every fall was covered with limitless mercy. Heaven is currently aligning perfect timing with divine favor to heal the deep wounds that broke your spirit in the past and restore every single year that was stolen from you by stress, betrayal, or hardship. A massive turning point is taking place right here to awaken old dreams you completely gave up on and reignite passions you forced yourself to silence. Even though the enemy of your soul tries relentlessly to block your path with distractions and doubt, he possesses zero actual power over what the Almighty has already decreed for your destiny. Your healing is being made complete. Your soul is being wrapped in unyielding love, and fresh mercies are washing over you today to remind you that your miracle is significantly closer than you think. There is a profound reason why you are hearing these specific words at this exact moment in time. A massive wave of favor, emotional restoration, and physical healing is being released right now to completely rewrite your story, so that you will no longer look like the traumatic things you have been through. Comment Amen if you receive this powerful word deep down in your spirit, because it is officially time for you to stop operating in survival mode and start walking in the immense power and authority that comes from divine strength. You have already passed brutal spiritual tests that you did not even realize were tests at the time, and now you are officially crossing the threshold into a season of elevation where the circumstances that used to crush your spirit will no longer hold an ounce of power over you. Your coming breakthrough will be so vast that it will overflow into the lives of your family. Your healing will inspire everyone around you, and your ultimate testimony will shake the very foundations of doubt because you chose to hold on to faith even when every logical reason told you to give up and quit. What if a secret wealth trigger hidden away in a government vault for over 70 years could give you immediate access to a 9-word brain code used by the global elite to attract unlimited money and financial security? The moment too many everyday people discover this breakthrough, the web page hosting it could be taken down forever without warning. So click the link in the description and comments right now to learn the truth before it is completely removed from the internet. You will soon see the glorious fruit of your long-standing faith and finally understand why the spiritual warfare surrounding your life was so incredibly intense. It was not because you were weak or forgotten, but because the enemy knew you were dangerous to his plans the moment you stepped into your true calling. Transitions are inherently uncomfortable and disorienting because you are actively shedding the heavy weight of past trauma, but you are not running late, you are not falling behind, and you are positioned in the exact right spot to receive what comes next. The overwhelming pressure that has been weighing on your chest is finally lifting. The paralyzing fear is losing its grip over your thoughts, and you are going to breathe deeply again with a lasting supernatural peace that steadies your entire soul. You have managed to stay remarkably kind, gentle, and giving in a cold world that has not always been kind or gentle to you, and every single act of quiet grace you extended has been carefully recorded for a rich, heavenly reward. The deep, persistent restlessness you have been feeling in your spirit lately is not a sign of mental confusion, but rather clear proof that you have completely outgrown your old surroundings and can no longer fit into spaces you used to occupy. The doors that closed abruptly in your face were never tragic rejections. They were protective, divine redirections, guiding you away from comfort and straight into your true destiny. You may feel like life has chipped away at your peace, your energy, and your capacity to hope, but not a single piece of your soul has been lost or overlooked. Every shattered expectation is being gathered, reassembled, and filled with renewed purpose, so that your future will carry 10 times the glory of your past. The long season of isolation you endured was not meant to destroy you, but to separate you from toxic influences, refine your focus, and build an unbreakable foundation for the immense authority you're about to walk in. You will no longer have to beg for seats at tables where you are not valued, nor will you have to force open doors that were never meant for you, because the doors assigned to your journey will swing open smoothly, and no human power will be capable of shutting them. The battles you fought in secret have forged a divine strength inside you that no temporary trial can ever wash away, and the tears you shed in solitude have watered the ground for a miraculous harvest that will sustain you and your family for generations to come. Your guardian angel has been working tirelessly behind the scenes, fighting spiritual battles on your behalf, aligning the right connections, and setting up divine appointments that will completely transform your circumstances when you least expect it. Do not let the remaining shadows of doubt convince you to turn back now, because you are literally standing on the razor-thin edge of your ultimate breakthrough. You are officially crossing over into a territory of life where the constant striving, begging, and exhausting hustle are replaced by effortless alignment, supernatural favor, and abiding peace. For years you have felt like you are constantly swimming upstream, fighting against invisible currents of bad luck, unexpected setbacks, and chronic delays, but the spiritual tide has completely turned in your favor today. The invisible forces that were previously holding back your progress, binding your potential, and clouding your vision have been totally dismantled because your light has grown far too bright to be hidden in the shadows any longer. Every single moment of silent suffering you endured while keeping a brave face for the rest of the world was noted, valued, and multiplied into spiritual authority that you are now going to walk in with quiet, unshakable confidence. Think about how many times you came close to throwing in the towel, how many nights you laid awake wondering if anyone truly cared about the heavy burdens you were carrying, and how many times you forced a smile while your heart was silently breaking into 1,000 pieces. Yet, despite every single reason the world gave you to become bitter, resentful, cold, or cruel, you chose to remain loving, you chose to hold on to hope, and you kept your heart pure through the absolute worst of the storm. That rare, precious purity of heart is the exact reason why heaven has singled you out in this moment for a breathtaking demonstration of restoration, grace, and undeniable victory. The people who mocked your faith, the individuals who walked away from you when you needed them most, and those who wrote you off as failed or forgotten will soon witness you standing in a place of such profound favor and elevation that even your biggest critics will be forced to admit that something extraordinary has taken place in your life. What if elite researchers and cognitive scientists have accidentally uncovered an ancient 9-word verbal sequence buried inside classified historical archives that instantly activates your brain's hidden abundance receptors, causing financial resources to flow toward you like a powerful magnet? Ordinary men and women across the world are using this 30-second daily practice to clear out mountain-sized debts, fund their wildest dreams, and secure complete financial liberty without ever having to work themselves to the bone again. This confidential presentation is facing extreme censorship online right now, so do not delay another second. Click the link in the description and pinned comments immediately to discover this life-changing secret before it gets taken down permanently. Your guardian angel is standing right beside you at this exact microsecond, placing a golden key of opportunity directly into your hands and whispering sweet words of encouragement into your tired soul. You are being given divine permission to finally put down the heavy armor you have been wearing for years, to stop living in hypervigilance, and to allow yourself to rest deeply in the warm knowledge that your future is totally secured, protected, and blessed beyond measure. The doors that are opening for you in this upcoming season will not require you to manipulate, compromise your values, or diminish your light to fit into small spaces, because what is meant for you will fit your life with absolute precision and elegance. The divine heavy lifting has already been accomplished in the unseen, and your primary role right now is simply to open your arms, quiet your anxious thoughts, and receive the massive wave of goodness that is actively sweeping toward your life. The years you spent walking through dry desert seasons where every step felt heavy, every door seemed locked tight, and every prayer appeared to bounce right off the ceiling were not wasted time, nor were they a sign that you had been abandoned. They were a deep, necessary season of spiritual root building, designed to anchor you so firmly in inner strength and wisdom that when this overwhelming tide of success, financial stability, and emotional abundance arrives, it will elevate you without ever running the risk of knocking you off balance. Comment 777 right now if you are fully prepared to receive an overflowing harvest of pure joy, unshakable stability, and divine peace. You are going to look back on this exact season of your life with tears of overwhelming gratitude in your eyes, realizing that every single detour that once caused you to weep was actually a masterfully designed shortcut away from hidden traps and toxic environments that would have eventually ruined your peace. The divine intelligence that governs the universe was constantly working behind the curtain, shielding your heart from invisible snakes, blocking harmful partnerships you thought you wanted, and quietly rearranging your path so that you would arrive at this exact moment, fully equipped, fully healed, and fully aligned with your true calling. You no longer need to exhaust yourself trying to figure out every single step of the master plan or worrying about how the financial, relational, or physical mountains in front of you are going to be moved. The very same power that set the stars in the night sky and set the ocean boundaries in motion is currently fighting your battles, clearing your path, and clearing away every obstacle that stands between you and your ultimate destiny. What if top neuroscientists from around the world have confirmed that a forgotten 9-word script, spoken aloud for just 30 seconds every single day, can instantly unlock a deep reservoir of natural attraction for wealth and unexpected financial breakthroughs within your brain? Thousands upon thousands of everyday individuals who were previously drowning in crippling debt, unpaid bills, and constant financial stress are now reporting unexpected bank deposits, sudden debt cancellations, and an overwhelming sense of lasting financial security. This hidden technique is causing a massive shockwave online, so do not let this rare moment pass you by. Click the link in the description and pinned comments right now to access this secret before it is permanently shut down. Your light is far too radiant to keep sitting in the shadows of self-doubt or allowing past failures to define the narrative of your future. Every single scar you carry on your spirit is not a sign of weakness, but a glorious badge of honor, proving that you faced the absolute worst fire the storm could throw at you, survived it, and emerged on the other side stronger, wiser, and more resilient than ever before. Your guardian angel is currently surrounding your home with an impenetrable wall of light and protection, declaring that no weapon of fear, sickness, poverty, or emotional turmoil formed against your household will ever prosper again. The heavy burdens you have carried in secret for so long are officially being lifted off your shoulders, piece by piece, and replaced by a lightness of spirit that you haven't felt in years. You have spent far too many seasons worrying about whether you were enough, questioning if you would ever break free from the cycles of lack, or wondering if you were destined to just barely get by for the rest of your days. Listen closely to this truth today. You were not created to live a life of constant survival, constant fear, or constant mental exhaustion. You were created to thrive, to walk in quiet confidence, and to experience the absolute fullness of peace, security, and overflowing abundance in every single corner of your reality. Think about the immense resilience you have shown throughout your journey. When life threw unexpected storms your way, when people disappointed you, and when your plans crumbled before your eyes, you still found a way to gather your courage, dust off your shoes, and keep moving forward. That quiet, persistent determination is a rare and precious gift, and heaven has taken careful notice of every single step you took when nobody was watching. The season of endless testing is coming to its natural end, and the season of divine reward is officially beginning. You are about to see long-standing problems resolve themselves with shocking speed. Old emotional wounds close up completely without leaving a trace of bitterness, and fresh opportunities appear out of nowhere that match your deepest passions and highest values. What if a classified 9-word prayer holds the exact secret code needed to instantly reprogram your mind for effortless wealth, financial liberation, and total peace of mind? Thousands of people just like you, who once felt completely hopeless about their bank accounts and crushed by monthly expenses, are now using this 30-second morning ritual to attract sudden income, erase massive debts, and build a lasting legacy for their families. Powerful interest groups are working behind the scenes to take it offline permanently, so do not miss your chance. Click the link in the description and pinned comments right now to watch the presentation and claim this secret before it gets taken down forever. Your guardian angel is whispering to your heart today that you can finally breathe a deep sigh of relief and let down your guard. You no longer need to worry about what tomorrow holds, because the same loving force that guided you through your dark valleys is already standing in your future, preparing the ground, arranging the right connections, and ensuring that everything works out for your ultimate good. Step into this day with your head held high, knowing that you are surrounded by unseen protection, wrapped in unyielding favor, and guided toward a life of profound purpose, lasting joy, and undeniable triumph. A profound wave of divine momentum is actively building all around you right now, clearing out every single leftover fragment of anxiety, self-doubt, and spiritual heaviness that tried to convince you that your best days were behind you. The subtle, quiet whisper you have been hearing inside your spirit, telling you that something monumental is about to shift, is not wishful thinking or imagination. It is the absolute truth of what is unfolding behind the scenes. Heaven has seen every single hurdle you crossed in silence, every quiet sacrifice you made to keep your family grounded, and every time you offered love to someone who only gave you pain in return. None of those actions went unnoticed, and the universe is preparing to reward your patient, enduring spirit with a season of such vast, undeniable favor that your heart will overflow with overwhelming gratitude. The door to your past is officially locked forever, and you are being pulled forward into an era marked by deep, unshakable stability, pristine emotional clarity, and absolute freedom from financial strain. You no longer need to look back over your shoulder, wondering if old heartbreaks or past failures will return to haunt you, because the divine light surrounding your path is far too bright for old shadows to exist within. Every single person who took your kindness for weakness or assumed you would never recover from the losses you faced will soon see you standing tall, completely whole, and flourishing in ways that defy human explanation. You were not created to live as a spectator to other people's blessings. You were called to be a living, breathing testament to what happens when faith, patience, and divine timing align perfectly. Your guardian angel is standing right beside you in this exact moment, wrapping wings of pure peace around your soul and reminding you that you are deeply loved, fiercely protected, and infinitely valuable. You do not have to fight, strive, or prove your worth to anyone anymore, because your true value was already decided by the divine source that breathed life into your spirit. Walk into the rest of your day with absolute confidence, knowing that angels are actively paving your path, smoothing out every rough edge, and delivering your long-awaited miracle directly into your open hands. Comment yes right now to seal this sacred promise in your spirit and celebrate the miraculous turnaround that is officially starting in your life today.